Hello everybody, welcome back to Ballers YT234, and today we'll be discussing about the top 10 NBA players of all time by Ballers YT234, and now let's get started. Honorable mentions. We have Tim Duncan and Kevin Durant. Both of these players have revolutionized the game of basketball and have dominated the game for so long. Tim Duncan averaged 19 points per game, 3 assists, and 10.8 rebounds per game. Tim won 5 championships, 3 finals MVPs, and 2 MVPs. Kevin Durant averaged 27.2 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 4.4 assists per game. KD won 2 championships with the Warriors, 2 finals MVPs, and 1 MVP over LeBron James. Tim Duncan had a beautiful point in his career where him and the Spurs won straight championships. Together with Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili, the Spurs dynasty flourished in the 2000s. Kevin Durant, on the other hand, also has many accomplishments. KD's often known as the greatest scorer in NBA history with his mid-range jumper, three-pointers, and his beautiful finishing touch at the rims as well. KD also is close to shooting 50-40-90 for a large portion of his career. Let me tell you a bit of what that is. 50-40-90 is when a player shoots 50% from field goal, 40% from 3, and 90% from free throw. Larry Bird did it once. Steve Nash did it twice. But Kevin Durant has been close to shooting 50-40-90 for his entire career. And now, the top 10. Here we come. At number 10, I'm taking the greatest shooter of all time, Wardell Stephen Curry II. Stephen Curry, at first, you won't think that he's in the top 10 over Tim Duncan and Kevin Durant and a lot of other players too. But once you think about the way Curry has revolutionized the game of basketball with his three-point shooting, you would probably think again. Curry averaged 24.8 points per game, 4.7 rebounds per game, and 6.4 assists per game. Yes, not that special, but his three-point shooting, as you know, is insane. The dude is literally a walking museum. Bro is so good at shooting that any shot he chucks up would go in. Curry won 4 championships, 2 MVPs, and 1 finals MVP. Curry's three-point shooting is absolutely insane. I've said it before and I will say it again. Curry is just so good from beyond the arc. He beat Ray Allen's record, and now he's close to getting over 4,000 threes, which is just insane. I do not think anyone will break his record. But now, let's get into the other players as well. At number 9, I'm taking, the most dominant center, other than Shaq, Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain averaged 30.1 points per game, 22.9 rebounds per game, which is insane, 4.4 assists per game, and won 2 championships. He also won 2 finals MVPs. Well, technically he won 1, but he deserved the other one too. They just didn't give finals MVPs back in the day. He also won 4 MVPs. Chamberlain has a season averaging 50 points per game. 50. Which is a career high for a lot of good players we know. Chamberlain had to carry his weak 76ers squad all the way to the finals and defeat the stacked Celtics and won a championship with the Sixers. And I feel like Wilt Chamberlain, he carried his teams. His presence under the rim was unprecedented against any other center in his era except Bill Russell. But at number 8 now, we have the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq averaged 23.7 points per game, 10.9 rebounds per game, and 25 assists per game. Shaq won 4 championships, 1 MVP, and 3 Finals MVPs. In his prime, Shaq was the most dominant player in NBA history. Defenders would literally scatter under the rim. He is the backboard breaker. Nothing could get in his way in the early 2000s and the late 1990s. Moving on now, we have Mr. 11 Rings, Bill Russell. Russell averaged 15.1 points per game, 22.5 rebounds per game, which is insane, and 4.3 assists per game. Bill Russell holds the most single-game rebounds in NBA history. He also holds the most championships in NBA history, which is 11, which is absolutely insane. Sure, he did play in a weaker era than most other people, and the Celtics were just winning, but 11, you can't argue with 11 championships and 5 MVPs. Unfortunately, there were no Finals MVPs in his time, so we cannot say that for sure. And now, number 6, we have another Celtic legend, Larry Bird. Larry Bird averaged 24.3 points per game, 10 rebounds per game, and 6.3 assists per game. As I said before, Bird is close to shooting 50, 40, 90 a lot of times. He did it once in his career for an entire season, and that itself is a miracle because he's one of the only 3 players to do it. Larry Bird won 3 championships, 3 MVPs, and 2 Finals MVPs. In my opinion, Larry Bird was robbed up on his first Finals MVP. It should not have gone to that Cedric Maxwell dude. Larry Bird was obviously the best player on that team. But the thing is, Larry Bird is kind of known for his trash talk. Bird usually trash talks before a game and says a lot of weird things. There's a game where Larry Bird said he would shoot the entire game left-handed, and he did, and he dropped 47 points, which is insane. And also, in one of the 3-point contests he won, he walked into the locker room and said, well, which one of you guys is coming in second? Which is crazy. And at number 5, we have Larry Bird's rival, Magic Johnson, formerly known as Irvin Johnson. Magic averaged 19.5 points per game, 7.2 rebounds per game, and 11.2 assists per game. He won 5 championships, 3 MVPs, and 3 Finals MVPs. Magic Johnson was the center of the Showtime Lakers, which were probably one of the most dominant teams in NBA history. Magic Johnson's crafty passes and his IQ was absolutely insane. He even played center in the 1980 finals when Kareem got injured. And Magic Johnson took over the Finals MVP that year because of his spectacular performance. Magic Johnson is 6'9", which is the first 6'9" point guard in NBA history. And bro dominated. He can play all 5 positions, and he does all of them well. And at number 4, we have my GOAT, Kobe Bryant. Kobe averaged 25.5 points per game, 6.3 rebounds per game, and 4.7 assists per game. Kobe won 5 championships, 2 Finals MVPs, and 1 MVP. Of course, Kobe was robbed of his other MVPs by Mr. Steve Nash, even though he averaged 35.5 points per game. A lot of people would say, why rank Kobe so high? Kobe should be lower than Magic or Bird. But I think if you've ever watched Kobe, the craftiness, the skill, the Mamba mentality that he has, it would guarantee him this spot. The reason I didn't rank him higher is because he was kind of selfish with the ball, and he probably wouldn't have won 5 championships without Shaq. But Kobe's skill level in the late 2000s, 2006, 2007, 2008 was insane. Fadeaways, threes, dunks. He had everything. And at number 3, we have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Yes, the captain. Kareem averaged 24.6 points per game, 11.2 rebounds per game, and 3.6 assists per game. Kareem won 6 championships, 6 MVPs, which is an NBA record, and 2 finals MVPs. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar held the scoring record for so long until the next player on this list, aka the King, LeBron James, broke it. But Kareem's iconic hook shot is famous. No one could guard it. The most unguardable shot in NBA history. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was so dominant, just like Shaquille O'Neal in the 1970s and 80s. The reason he's not ranked higher is because Kareem had awfully good teammates, such as the Big O, Oscar Robertson, and, of course, Magic Johnson. But Kareem is an amazing player. Now let's move on to the other players. At number 2, we have the King, LeBron James. LeBron averages 27 points per game, 7.5 rebounds per game, and 7.4 assists per game. For me, LeBron is extremely consistent. His body is insane. My man's like 70 years old, and he's still playing in the NBA better than half the players. More than half, actually. He's one of the best players still. LeBron James won 4 championships, 4 MVPs, and 4 finals MVPs, which is a crazy record. And the thing is, LeBron James is just so dominant. He's been the best player for so long. Late 2000s, the entire 2010s, and he's still playing amazing now as well, even though he's 40, and his son's Bronny's also playing. LeBron is still kind of carrying the Lakers. LeBron's body is insane, his athleticism, and he's so balanced as well. He averaged 27 points along with 7.5 rebounds and 7.4 assists. He is equally good at passing, rebounding, and scoring. He's also amazing at defense, as we know, in the 2016 NBA Finals. He's the only player to help his team come back in a 3-1 deficit as well. And at number 1, drum roll please, we have the undisputed NBA GOAT, Michael Jordan. Jordan averaged 30.1 points per game, 6.2 rebounds per game, 5.3 assists per game. Jordan won 6 NBA championships, 5 MVPs, and 6 finals MVPs. No one could beat Jordan. Jordan dominated in an era stacked with great players. In the beginning of his career, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. He still rose above them all in the end. Karl Malone, Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson, Shaq. Michael Jordan was that good. You might say, oh, LeBron is better or something like that. But the thing is, you really can't say how, because Michael Jordan was just that good. Like, who else averaged 30.1 points per game in, the most talented era in NBA history? And that would be it for today. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Ballers YT2.